funky.
If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Or if you want to understand something well, try to explain it simply. So today I'm going to be talking about a technique which helps you to learn faster. The Feynman learning technique is a way of approaching anything new you want to learn. To avoid the pain of being bewildered by the unexpected, the Feynman technique helps you turn information into knowledge that you can access as easily as a shirt in your closet. So there are 4 steps to the Feynman learning technique based on the method Richard Feynman originally used. The first step in this technique is to teach whatever you want to learn to a 6th grade child. Take out a blank sheet of paper. At the top, write the subject you want to learn. Now write out everything you know about the subject as if you were teaching it to a child or a rubber duck sitting on your desk. You are not teaching to your smart adult friend, but rather a child who has just enough vocabulary and attention span to understand basic concepts and relationships. Or for a different angle on the Feynman technique, you could place a rubber duck on your desk and try explaining the concept to it. Software engineers sometimes tackle debugging by explaining their code line by line to a rubber duck. The idea is that explaining something to a silly looking inanimate object will force you to be as simple as possible. It turns out that one of the ways we mask our lack of understanding is by using complicated vocabulary and jargon. The truth is, if you can't define the words and terms you are using, you don't really know what you are talking about. If you look at a painting and describe it as abstract because that's what you heard in art class, you are not displaying any comprehension of the painting. You are just mimicking what you have heard, and you haven't learned anything. You need to make sure your explanation isn't above, say, a 6th grade reading level by using easily accessible words and phrases. When you write out an idea from start to finish in simple language that a child can understand, you force yourself to understand the concept at a deeper level and simplify relationships and connections between ideas. You can better explain the why behind your description of the what. Looking at that same painting again, you will be able to say that the painting doesn't display buildings like the ones we look at every day. Instead, it uses certain shapes and colors to depict a city landscape. You will be able to point out what these are. You will be able to engage in speculation about why the artist chose those shapes and those colors. You will be able to explain why artists sometimes do this, and you will be able to communicate what you think of the piece considering all of this. Chances are, after capturing a full explanation of the painting in the simplest possible terms that would be easily understood by a 6th grader, you will have learned a lot about that painting and abstract art in general. So the next step in this is identify gaps in your explanation. Areas where you struggle in step 1 are the points where you have some gaps in your understanding. Identifying gaps in your knowledge where you forget something important, aren't able to explain it, or simply have trouble thinking of how variables interact is a critical part of the learning process. Filling those gaps is when you really make the learning stick. Now that you know where you have gaps in your understanding, go back to the source material, augment it with other sources, look up definitions, keep going until you can explain everything you need to in basic terms. Only when you can explain your understanding without jargon and in simple terms can you demonstrate your understanding. Simple terms can be rearranged and easily combined with other words to communicate your point. When you can say something in multiple ways using different words, you explain it really well. Being able to explain something in a simple, accessible way shows you have done the work required to learn. Skipping it leads to the illusion of knowledge, an illusion that can be quickly shattered when challenged. So now step 3 is organize and simplify. Now you have a set of handcrafted notes containing a simple explanation. Organize them into a narrative that you can tell from beginning to end. Read it loud. If the explanation sounds confusing at any point, go back to step 2. Keep iterating until you have a story that you can tell to anyone who will listen. If you follow this approach over and over, you will end up with a binder full of pages on different subjects. If you take some time twice a year to go through this binder, you will find just how much you retain. The last, which is 4th step, is to transmit. This part is optional, but it's the logical result of everything you have just done. If you really want to be sure of your understanding, run it past someone, ideally someone who knows little of the subject. The ultimate test of your knowledge is your capacity of convey it to another. You can read out directly what you have written. You can present the material like a lecture. You can ask your friends for a few minutes of their time while you are buying them dinner. All that really matters is that you attempt to transmit the material to at least one person who isn't that familiar with it. The questions you get and the feedback you receive are invaluable for further developing your understanding. The Feynman technique is not only a wonderful recipe for learning but also a window into a different way of thinking that allows you to tear ideas apart and reconstruct them from the ground up. Knowing something is valuable. The more you understand about how the world works, the more options you have for dealing with the unexpected and the better you can create and capitalize on opportunities. The Feynman learning technique is a great method to develop mastery over sets of information. Once you do, the knowledge becomes a powerful tool at your disposal. But as Feynman himself showed, being willing and able to question your knowledge and the knowledge of others is how you keep improving. Learning is a journey. This technique doesn't magically solve all your problems, but you get a better understanding of what you are trying to learn, which makes it easy to approach anything you wish to learn. And you won't have to rely on anyone. You can learn all by yourself. As we all know, self-learning is the best learning. Till now, you have only known about the technique. Now you will get to know how actually to apply it in your own studies.
Never ever meant to be so sour, baby. Running out of steam every day, be the same. Living like this, testing all my patience. Need a bit of you every time I drink. Like a love, like a love.